Hello and welcome to the first episode of my podcast where I call different people on the show and just talk to them. If you're bored of just seeing me around over here, and also because that's what I feel like doing today. So, for the very first episode, I have with me Mr. Arun Gopidas. Thank you for having me. But I was sort of expecting an applause, to welcome me. This isn't really an award show, it's more like a podcast, So, there's no live audience, there's no applause, this doesn't happen here. You know what? I don't feel like doing this. I'm an award-winning designer. I deserve some applause. Okay. Whatever makes you happy, you cocky little bastard. What do you say? Okay, let's roll again in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the first episode of my podcast, and I have with me Mr. Arun Gopidas. What? Why are you making that face? Why did you add that applause? What? Very unprofessional, man. You shouldn't have done that. But you wanted it. It's okay. Podcasts usually don't have this kind of stuff. It's your first podcast, I get it, So it's okay. Let's move on. Okay. I'll let that slide. So, Mr. Arun, so there's a lot that's happened in your life, and I'm sure our audience would love to know more about you. So, where did it all begin for you? So, I was born into a middle class family in Delhi, and as I was growing up, I wasn't really good at anything. Wait, where's that music coming from? What music? Okay, carry on. So, as a kid, I wasn't really good at anything, and I had a really low self worth as a kid. That music. Are you playing that on your phone? No. Okay, so you're past. So I wasn't popular or smart or good looking, don't do it. But I want music, there's no feels without the music. If you want that music, we'll add it later. But how do I get into the zone without the music? Artists need that kind of stuff to produce their best work. You won't understand. Is this the first time you've been on a podcast? Is this the first time you're talking to somebody? No. It's just that I want the audience to understand my pain, about my humble beginnings. And I think that music will bring that emotion out, and help me get into that zone. You know what? Let's drop it. Let's not talk about your humble beginnings. Let's move on to something a little more controversial. I've heard that you were beaten up by cops on an Airtel tower one day. Is that true? What was that? I could not hear you. Is it true that you were beaten up by cops? I think there's some network issue. You're breaking up. We are sitting in the same room. I think I lost you. I'm not able to hear you. This signal's pretty weak. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm assuming you don't want to talk about it. And you could have been more mature about it. But I guess that's asking for too much. So let's move on to something else then. Are you getting a call? You're going to take that later, right? We're in the middle of a conversation. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? I'm doing great, man. I just finished watching Black Mirror. That entire show is insane, man. Starting from the very first episode. And in the 5th season, do you remember what happens? Hello? Hello? I think he hung up. You done? Oh, you're still here. I forgot we were doing this. Can you please not? No, I totally get you. You don't have to say anything else. But I didn't even say anything yet. I know what you're going to say. I have a feeling you're doing this just to piss me off. I have a feeling you are doing this to piss me off. You know what? I'm done. I can't do this shit anymore. I'm going to get some real guests on this podcast and you're going to wish you had behaved better. Well, good luck finding someone better than me. Yeah, you wait and watch. Yeah, fuck off. Also, before we leave, we just wanted to remind you to subscribe to this channel. Also, don't forget to give this podcast a 1-star rating in the comment section below if you think that he is the worst podcast guest ever.